Everything that is going to matter in the 21st century relies on rare earth permanent magnets. Every time you click save on your computer, clean energy that's generated from wind turbines, every time you turn your steering wheel, every time you turn up or down your air conditioner or use the refrigerator, magnets are that critical component which are allowing those things to function. Rare earth magnets are the strongest commercially available magnetic material that can be produced. On an annual basis, the U.S. consumes something to the tune of about 25,000 tons of rare earth magnet a year. And in the case of magnets in the U.S., we expect that there's 600,000 tons of magnet supplies in our landfills. Currently, less than 1% of rare earth elements are recycled. A lot of people could view that in a lot of ways. We definitely viewed it as an opportunity. Urban Mining Company is a magnet manufacturer. We manufacture rare earth permanent magnets, which are critical to the devices and applications that we use in the 21st century. We're the only manufacturer of rare earth magnets in the United States. We're the only manufacturers globally who use recycled material. So rare earth magnets are made from rare earth elements. And rare earth elements are sort of the stepchildren of the periodic table. They're the lanthanides. They're that weird group of rows that we never studied in high school. The rare earth elements that are most important to magnet manufacture are neodymium, praseodymium, and dysprosium. Rare earth elements are traditionally mined in China and China alone, but more generally speaking, mining rare earth materials is not a very clean process. Very chemical intensive, very energy intensive, and in some cases some really nasty byproducts. Environmentally speaking, our process for manufacturing magnets, which is to use recycled magnetic material, is a massive reduction in that footprint across all levels. This is carbon footprint, this is eutrophication potential, the use of electricity and chemicals and waste byproduct and everything along those lines. At Urban Mining Company, we believe that our technology has the potential, when fully commercialized, to reduce our need in the US for rare earth elements by 90 to 95%. Generally, our process is a very, very clean, dry process. So we've totally bypassed the need to do any kind of the traditional chemical extraction or melting steps normally associated with these materials. We've completely removed the use of various chemicals or electricity or acids, etc., normally required to produce these elements for magnet manufacture. In fact, the entirety of our process is really closed loop and recycled.
The process is fueled by end-of-life magnets. We go after electric motors, wind turbines, MRI machines, hard disk drives, pretty much anything that's part of the urban mine that contains an end-of-life magnet.
That bulk material enters a hydrogen reaction, followed by others, where ultimately we're creating a very, very, very fine powder. That fine powder then goes into a press, where we apply an electromagnetic field to align our particles, where we end up with a compact. And that kind of magnet compact goes into a heat treatment process to reach full density. We're in fact taking this material from these older designs and remanufacturing a new magnet of higher performance. What we're creating is a closed loop supply chain for magnets, where the magnets that we source for our process from old wind turbines or electric vehicles actually go into our manufacturing process and are upcycled into new products which serve the next generation of wind turbines or electric vehicles. I guess in a sense, the magnets that we produce are critical to a cleaner future.